Let's look at container. Container is a component provided by Bootstrap, and it allows you to create a container in which you can put in content. So you need to put this container class. So by default, the container class has got a speciality where it for anything for a very small screen it will cover the entire screen width, but for small size screens it will cover 540 pixels. For medium size screen it will cover 720 pixels. For large 90 960. You can see there is a difference. So large is above 992, right, and it will cover only 960, so there will be a gap on the left and the right hand side. It will be at the center, and on the left and the side right there will be gaps for all the screen sizes above 576. Similarly, if you want, so container SM will work the same. So for small screen sizes it will cover entire screen. For larger screen sizes it will keep some gap on the left hand and the right hand side. So depending on your requirement you can use whichever you want. So if you want to up to small screen you want to show 100% and keep a gap for larger screen sizes, you may use container MD. MD stands for medium screen. SM stands for small screen. Similarly, if you want to up to medium screen size, you want to keep it full screen, that is, the container should cover from left to right completely. You can use container LG, and beyond that, it will put some spaces. Similarly, for X, you can use XL and XXL. All right. And then there is another one which is fluid. Fluid is going to keep it 100% throughout. Any screen size, it will keep it, cover it entirely. So we're going to look it into our code. So here I've created a div. Okay. So div has got class container. All right. And you can type in similar div. And there's a bit of styling. I've put in background color just for our understanding. So I can remove this. I'll just keep background color to be chocolate, right? That's a color. Okay, it's an orangish color, so that we can see what is happening to the shape. Otherwise, if I don't put in background color, it won't show me the shape of the container. It will be transparent, right? And inside that I've put in h3 tag with container with the name of the container. So I'm using a container SM in the second one. I'm typing SM container SM in the text. Similarly, container MD, container LG, container XL, container XSL, and container fluid. So I've got these all these div uh, with class container, right? So let's see how it works. So I'm going to go to the page, refresh it. You can see it. I'm keeping the screen size to be below 576, right? And as long as I keep it below 576, everything is covering 100% of the screen, right? And as soon as I start increasing the width, you can see as soon as I've increased it 576 plus, container and container SM, which works exactly same, have started adding some space. Okay, their width is fixed now to 576, and irrespective of whatever you keep it, it will keep it the same. While the rest of them are still following the covering the 100% width. So as soon as I cross the next level, which is 700 and something around 766, right, I can see container MD which has started adding space. So it has also fixed its width along with container SM and container. Similarly, if I continue increasing the width of my screen, I'll see container LG has started adding space by keeping its width fixed now. And as I keep increasing further. I cannot increase further, so I'll have to reduce the screen size by zooming out. You can see now Excel large and XL, container XXL all have fixed its width by this point. Okay, but the container fluid continues to keep it 100% of the screen for that container, right? As long as I can keep on increasing the size, and it will keep it 100% forever. So that's why we use container fluid. If you want to, in all conditions, if you want to keep the width to be 100% of the parent, in that case, use container fluid. Otherwise, the rest of the classes are good for use. But mostly you'll be using container fluid. It's a very commonly used container class. All right. So that was about container. See you in the next video with another component.